Yo, what's up, everybody? We're back again. It's your man King A.D.S. out here in the Inland Empire, and just trying a little bit something different today. As I'm recording, I'm going to try to add a little bit of things to the video as I'm going. I mean, nothing over the top with graphics, but I'm a little bit nervous. I'm going to see how this goes. But anyway, man, shouts to you and yours. Much love, you know what I'm saying? I know everybody's out there motivating, trying to get to those goals, and that's why I'm here back again, you know what I'm saying? And just kind of wanted to touch on a little bit of something I was inspired by a video, and I'm going to kind of show, I can't show that video, but I'm going to share who that was and what channel it was and stuff like that. But it's a very good video, but it has to do with, let's just say, and for instance, you're on your goals. Every day you have these challenges that you're trying to meet and defeat or become triumphant over, fears, maybe anything like that. And you also have your support systems that maybe you've grown up with, or maybe they're in your family or in your area, or combination. But nevertheless, you might have like friends or acquaintances that you surround yourself with, or you're part of that circle or whatever. But many a times, like, let's say you can have the best of intentions with what you're doing in the world. There might be somebody in that circle that might be a little bit jealous of you, or you know, something to that effect. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe you find yourself becoming jealous of other people that are trying to, you know, do what they're doing. And I've done other videos about things like this, negative narratives and negative energy, and how to recognize it. And I'm not saying I'm the guru or know all about these things, but I do like to learn. I do like to absorb information. And then when I find something that's useful, or whether it's from my life experience or something that was, you know, presented to me, I just like to kind of touch on it or share that, you know what I mean? And find a common ground with everybody that's out there, because we're all on the same learning journey together, you know what I'm saying? So it's always nice to be able to get a little info out there, you know, some feelers out there, so we can connect a little bit better out here. And it kind of has a tone towards the message too. Is what was also interesting, is what's the rhythm of these days that we're in. I do feel like we have to be aware of more than just what's right in front of us. Well, that's ironic to say, but just the fact that we have to be aware of so much more, you know what I'm saying? And then maybe there's a rhythm and tone to things. Maybe I've done videos about that too. Like, maybe the day dictates to you how things are going to go from time to time, and we have to learn how to meet life halfway and go with the flow, and stop being so complicated and think we're in control when we're merely along for the ride. So it's up to us to learn to adapt to those things better, you know what I mean? But let's just say, you know, wow, it's a loud motorcycle going by right there. I don't know if y'all heard that, but it was very loud. But nevertheless, man, on this journey, you might see these people, and you might find out that they are jealous of you or something like that. But maybe it's because of the fact that these people are looking for a certain validation within themselves and comparing themselves to other people, right? And so you have to be very aware of that sometimes. And maybe the way to do things is not to worry about what other people are doing, but to worry more about what their focus, you know, what your focus is, right? So with that, you can have the best intentions of coming into many scenarios, of knowing people, and have things go left and not even know why. You might have people drop out from talking to you, and you never know why. You might, you know, but this might be some of the reason, is that maybe sometimes people are in a sort of a negative cycle that they're really not, you know, facing within themselves, you know what I'm saying? And before I go any further, I just want to, let's see if I can share this channel, right? Let's see if I can get to it for you guys, see if it's still here. All of a sudden I lost the page. Unbelievable. Okay, it's this video right here. Oh my God, dude. I should have ended the whole video.
See, growing up, most of us had that.
Okay, but this is the video right here. Is Ty Buggy podcast. Got a lot of good videos on his channel and everything with jealous friends and finally admitting their jealousy and stuff like that. But great video. Go check the guy out. He's got a lot of subscribers. Been doing his thing for a long time, of course. But this is the video that I wanted to bring up. Unfortunately, I had some technical issues right there. But let's go back. Can I get back to where I was now? Good Lord, man. This is crazy. All right, but in that video though, they talk about a lot of things, and there's a girl in there as well who makes a lot of good points. He makes some good points too, but also there's a girl in the video that makes some good points of talking about some of the personality types that might fall into these type of behaviors. And I forget what she said, but basically it's the same way I described it, which is would be the any way anyone would describe it if they know what to look for, which is a have not mentality, which I believe from me, I would believe that more the angle of a person is recognizing what they don't have versus what they do have, whether no matter how little that is, but something to work with versus looking at it like, oh my gosh, distraught and you'll never get there, and like you don't have anything you need, and you look at everyone else and you start to resent them for using whatever was at their disposal. And some people might start a little higher on the ladder or lower, but nevertheless everyone is working with what they have to work with. That whatever's there to their benefit that they have to use at their disposal, they're going to go ahead and use it and be resourceful. So yeah, so maybe the perspective is not to worry about what you don't have all the time, even though it can be rough, but to look at what you do have, even if it's internal personality. Do you know how to talk to people well? Do you know how to greet people well? Do you know how to, anything at all that you can maybe use to an advantage to go ahead and get to those goals? And or on the other end, when a person resents it, they might do something like say I want something like what they have, and no, I need exactly what they have, and try to take what you have, and or misconstrue the type of life that you've always had, or your experiences and everything that you've been through, and maybe to a point, without knowing it, discredit that person's efforts or their successes and things like that. And it can be detrimental to that person's life or social circle or support circle when these people try to, this personality type I should say, will try to demean that. You know what I'm saying? And maybe even cause turbulence or steal, or in other words, just put themselves in the other person's shoes as much as they can perceive possible. Like, if I had this, then life would be different. Like, I've had people tell me things in the past, even though it doesn't seem like it to me, but they've told me weird things like, hey, if I looked like you, then my life would be so much easier, or this or that or whatever. And I'm not the type of guy that looks in the mirror and says I'm a good looking guy and all that kind of shit. But I'm just trying to say that perspective, when I hear it and it hits the ear, it's like, no, what would really happen is you would have a whole different set of issues. Perhaps maybe another person would say these things from a different standpoint that would be peculiar to you at that time as well. So also there might be people, who will slight what you do. Oh, so and so's trying this, whatever, that's why I don't do this. I don't want to put myself out there and try to like make that person seem like a clown or belittle anything that they do, so on and so forth, even down to trying to talk people out of what they would maybe want to be interested in that are around them at that time. Maybe internally internalizing a certain resentment or fear that maybe they have not stepped up to that line and are worried that they wouldn't do well at all. And man, but you already know what my advice would always be, is step up and give it a shot. Jump into the water, you know what I'm saying, and see what happens, man. Learn to swim, you know what I mean? That's what I'm doing right here. This video is going to be a little bit rough, and I know it, but I'm still here trying to make it happen, you know what I mean? So I know there's going to be a lot of editing going into this video, but yeah, man, nevertheless, like, everyone will not always see from the outside all the efforts it takes for you to get to the points where you're at, you know what I mean? And maybe from there, that's where a person gets a wrong interpretation of who the person is, so they try to say this person's always had these advantages, or this person doesn't have to go through any struggles, which that's absolutely false. You know what I mean? And even in my life, I've had weird, scenarios. Like I just said before, I had weird scenarios. I've had people backstab me. I've had people betray my friendship and trust. You know, eat off the leftovers plate, so to speak, stuff like that. I've had a lot. I've dealt with a lot unexpectedly too, because those people I felt were very close to me, and I really respected our friendship and looked at it like we are cousins, or like family. You know what I mean? But you never know. And that if you've ever experienced anything like that, then you know what I'm talking about. It's like, and you would wonder, like, would that person be jealous of you? And it feels so weird to you, because even like entertaining that type of speech pattern or process, it feels conceited to you. You're like, there's no way that would be the case, because where you're trying to say to yourself, like, what am I, like a God's gift or something? No. So you feel like you're just, you're dealing with the casing that you got. You're walking around in this avatar, and you're just getting through the world like everybody else, so there's no difference. So you're just more or less just thankful to have a support system and be out there and doing it. But another person may perceive it a little bit differently. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, just wanted to touch on that and bring that up. And I think it comes down to one of the tones of the time, which is understanding. You know what I'm saying? Having a little understanding is understanding and compassion. I think the next video, I saw something else I was inspired by, and I want to maybe touch on that too. Like, it's not going to be too in depth right now, you know what I'm saying, but just wanted to bring these things up. And definitely check out that guy Ty Boogie. I think that's how you say it. Is it spelled like buggy, but I'm going to say Ty Boogie, because I know how my peeps and other peeps like to get down out here with the slang and stuff. So maybe it's Ty Boogie. um but big shouts to Ty Boogie, you know what I'm saying? And but looks like he's got a lot of great topics on his channel. And also, if you're still here on this channel, definitely subscribe, like, hype, share the video. That's how we get along these days. Let me see if I can go here. Yeah, if you're still here, definitely like, subscribe, come to the channel, be a part of everything. Check out all the content I have up here. A bunch of music. I'm a music guy first and foremost. Come check out all the music. Come check out this all these great videos here. This video here with the legendary lineup. A special night at Taste of Harlem that was out in LA not that long ago was amazing. Definitely come on out. You know what I'm saying? You can see this little here mini documentary here, my music journey so far, so on and so forth. But definitely want you guys to come on out, check everything out, be a part of it, trying to do a little something, go out on a limb, build the community a little bit better. Do what I do a little bit better, and just taking chances with it, man. So I'm always happy to have you with me. Always a pleasure, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to take up too much more time, but definitely check out that video about the jealousy. I thought it was really good. But my overall message or sentiment from everything is understanding, right? So thinking there's more going on than there actually is. And there's no shortcuts in life, even though it seems like there are. And the people who have that resentment will look for those shortcuts, only to shortchange themselves in the end, as we know the principles. Or if you don't know, the good, the bad, the iffy. But definitely check it out. The good, the bad, the iffy. I have a video about it, but start good in good, start bad in bad, start iffy in iffy, and the principles of those in between, and how they mix, match, and meet up along a parallel to, show you the course of actions and how to continue them stronger. You know what I mean? So, don't start good and think you built up good points and can do bad. All of your good will be ruined by the bad that you do. People will look at you sideways. Don't do bad trying to use the bad to do something good, because once people find out where all that help came from, they may look at you different. So that makes things shaky. And don't go into anything half-assed, because your result will always be half-assed. But always try to step it up, even if you've got nothing to work with, a little bit to work with, and it does start shaky. Always be moving towards that higher echelon of your capability. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to do right now. I can feel a little scratch in my throat. I don't want to cough. I'm trying to tough it out. Like Mr. T. I pity the fool got a scratch in his throat, about to cough on his own video, cough all over his audience. But anyway, man, much love. You know what I'm saying? I hope that you enjoy hanging with me for a minute, just doing the best I can here. Music guy, King A.D.S. Got the vlog stuff going. Definitely always love when you come hang out. And man, till the next video. Peace.